Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Leong. I'm a Singaporean photographer. Very pleased to be here today to help out Stephen on this the East inaugural Asia Photography Festival. Today I'll be talking a little bit about Kyushu and Fukuoka, the shooting opportunities in this part of Japan. I'm currently based in Fukuoka, so I thought it would be nice if I can share with our friends in Asia what photography scenes there are here. But of course, before I go into that, maybe I'll just take 1 or 2 minutes to very briefly introduce myself. So once again, I'm from Singapore. My name is Chin Leong. And this slide that you see right now, all these photos are mine, and some of these badges that you see are the awards that I've won over the past 2 years. I must say I've been very lucky and very blessed in 2019 and 2020. I've won some big awards, some of which those which I'm most proud of include being in the PSA Who's Who list, World Top 10. I was World Top 10 in 3 categories. I was number 5 in PTD, number 10 in PIDC, number 10 in PJD. That's for 2019. And I also won the Siena Penja Awards. I was in Tuscany in Italy to receive a prize. And this year, I won the first prize in IPA one-shot movement. I won first prize and Gold Star Award in Andy Awards, PX3 gold medals. So overall, these are very 2 good years. So I'm very thankful to God and very blessed. Yeah. And for those of you friends, photography friends, I would love to connect with you. If you see on this slide, I'm available on the social media accounts. If you can add me in Instagram, TeoChinLeong78, I'll love to add you as well, so that we can connect and share some of our common interest, which is in photography. Okay, so without further ado, I will move on to just share some slides about the tourism attractions and some of the photography opportunities we have in Kyushu in Japan. Okay, so now I'll just start off with sharing some of the very wonderful photography opportunities that we have in Kyushu in Japan. Now, for those of you who may not be so familiar, Kyushu in Chinese language is called Jiuzhou. Kyushu is also the largest and also the largest is the largest southernmost island in Japan. It is the size of Taiwan, and it is to the southwest of Osaka. So basically, if you imagine Japan, the shape of Japan like it's a banana, Kyushu is to the southwest side. Now, of course, in Kyushu, the biggest city is Fukuoka. And if you are based in Singapore, Singapore Airlines, in the pre-COVID days, fly a daily service from Singapore to Fukuoka. And from Fukuoka, basically, you can then go on to anywhere in Kyushu, because Kyushu is linked up by Shinkansen, it's linked up by regional railways, and it's very convenient. You can go from Fukuoka to anywhere in Kyushu in basically 1 or 2 hours. So I'll just like to show you some of the very scenic places in Kyushu, just to have a sort of a generic tourism pitch to describe to you what Kyushu has to offer. Now, what you see here is actually hot springs. Now, Kyushu is also known as the onsen island of Japan. Half of the onsens or hot springs in Japan are actually located in Kyushu. So if you love onsen, you love hot springs Japanese style, this is really the place to go. In Kyushu, you have this very famous city called Oita, where if you walk along the streets at night, you can basically see steam or the volcanic gases coming out from the ground, right? So this area is so geothermally fertile that anywhere you go, you get hot springs and whatnot everywhere, right? And if you go down, you can see actually in Kagoshima, there's also this very special Ibuzuki onsen, where there's a volcanic heated sand by the beach. And these sand are naturally heated. And if you go there, the caretakers will bury you in the sand, and supposedly it makes the skin very good and smooth, you know, after you are in this sand bath, right? And even in Kumamoto, which is another city in Japan, in Kyushu, you can also enjoy this very special onsen. You can see how happy these ladies are. Now, Fukuoka, the biggest city in Kyushu, is also the originating city for tonkotsu ramen, right? So for all of you who know Ippudo, right? If you know the Ippudo brand, if you know the Ichiran brand, these are all brands originating from Fukuoka, right? So if you like tonkotsu, pork broth ramen, this is it. This is really the mecca, so-called the originating. And other than all the Ichirans and Ippudo you have in Fukuoka, there are so many small little tonkotsu ramen shops that they do not move out of Japan. They are very, very special. You cannot find them in Singapore, not in Taiwan, but only in Fukuoka. So if you love ramen, this is really the original place for tonkotsu ramen, right? Now, cuisine food. Kyushu is very famous for kuro buta, which is a special kind of pork. The very sweet strawberries that you have in some of the Japanese supermarkets in Singapore, in Hong Kong, those that cost really a lot of money. Most likely, those Japanese strawberries are from Kyushu because we are big for agricultural produce, right? If you like seafood, we also have the freshest seafood because Fukuoka itself is a port, right? There are many fishing vessels that come in and out every day, and sometimes even the seafood in Tokyo are imported, are transported from the vessels that come into Fukuoka by land to Tokyo, right? So really the freshest seafood that you can find in Japan are really from Fukuoka, right? Now, if you visit Kyushu, other than food, other than sceneries, you can also have a good taste of history, right? In Kyushu, we have a few UNESCO World Heritage sites. Now, Kyushu from Fukuoka is very easy to go to Hiroshima. So it's just less than 1 hour by Shinkansen. And of course, for Hiroshima, you know that's where the atomic bomb fell during the World War II, and there's a very famous museum there. Christian relics now, for those of you who are interested in religion, interested in history. Now, the first Catholics, right, the first Christians who arrived into Japan actually set foot in Kumamoto, right? Kumamoto is a city in Kyushu, and at that time there was because of the Japan shogun kind of rule. These missionaries, they were outlawed. So a lot of these Christian sites where they built churches, where they have Christian relics, they were all hidden. And after many years, some of these were preserved very well, and these are actually a UNESCO World Heritage in terms of the historical value. So for those of you who are interested in religion and history, there's a lot of these Christian relics that you can see, right? Now to the bottom left hand side, if you love volcano, in the middle of Kyushu, there's a Mount Aso. Now Mount Aso is a active volcano. It has a very big caldera, so you can see this helicopter. The size of this caldera is so much bigger, right? And from here you can there are resorts here. You can ride horses. You can do all kinds of natural activities at this Mount Aso. Now for the bottom right, this is Yakushima Island. Now, Yakushima Island is to the south of Kyushu. It is also a UNESCO World Heritage island. And it's a World Heritage because of many very old Jomon cedar trees. They are on this Yakushima Island. That's one thing. And second thing is this Yakushima Island, because of the unique geology, is also a very wet island. It rains almost every day, and because of that, everything in the forest and all the island are covered with moss. It's all green. So it's a really very spectacular. And for those of you who like the Japanese anime, Yakushima Island was also the it provided this idea for the creator of this Princess Mononoke, right? For those of you who like Japanese anime, Princess Mononoke anime was created from an inspiration from Yakushima Island. And okay, and of course we have some nature. We have this Kushima Island, which is a group of 99 islands. So as you can see from this ship, you can actually sail around and you can take very nice photos. Takachiho Gorge, which is really one of the wonders of scenic wonders in Japan. And later on, I'll be touching on a little bit more about Takachiho Gorge because I was there just 3 weeks ago just to see the autumn leaves, and it's just fantastic. We have a lot of nature. We have all these wisteria flower gardens. We have sunflowers in the summer. And now we are almost coming to the end of autumn, the beginning of winter. But just 1 month ago, you can see all these red leaves and even cherry blossoms during springtime. Now in Saga, which is another city in Kyushu, it hosts the largest hot air balloon festival in Asia. So every November, there is 1 week where many hot air balloons are flown in Saga. So if you come during this week, it's just a spectacular sight. The whole sky is filled with hot air balloons, right? If you like adventure sports, you can do whitewater rafting. There's also a in Nagasaki, there's also this Dutch theme park where you can enjoy with your kids and family. Yeah, so in Kyushu, there's also a lot of opportunities for factory tours. Kyushu is very industrialized. We have Toyota, Nissan factories. We also have a world famous robotics company called Yaskawa. So everybody loves Six Sigma, manufacturing methods, and some of these factories are open for tours, right? And I think these are very good learning experience for the kids and also for the adults. And an interesting fact is also, Fukuoka is also the originating city for Toto, right? We all know Toto when we go to the toilet, right? I think this is is a world famous brand, perhaps as famous as Toyota. So if you are in Kitakyushu, which is a kind of a neighboring city in Fukuoka, drop by and then you can see how all these toilets and toiletries are designed and how they are thought about, in terms of being friendly for the user. And now I will talk a little bit more about Takachiho Gorge.
Hello everyone, my name is Leong. I'm from Singapore, currently based in Fukuoka, Japan. Now right now, I'm at Takachiho Gorge. This is a natural wonder located in Kyushu. Now Kyushu is the south of Japan, and I hope that when the borders of Japan are open for tourists, you'll be able to visit this wonderful place. Takachiho Gorge, Kyushu, Fukuoka, make a day for it.
Okay, so earlier on I was just describing in general the Kyushu tourism sites. So I would just like to focus a little bit about this very wonderful place called Takachiho Gorge. Now, Takachiho Gorge is about 2 hours bus ride from Fukuoka. So if you from anywhere in Asia, Fukuoka has a big airport. From anywhere in Asia, Singapore, Hong Kong, wherever you are, Korea, you fly into Fukuoka, you enjoy Fukuoka city, take a 2 hour bus ride, you can be at this wonderful place called Takachiho Gorge. Now, Takachiho Gorge, what is it? It's basically a gorge that has been carved out by a river. And this water was carving out through this volcanic basalt rock. And because of the special geology, you can see at some points, some of the rocks are really very spectacular. And this particular shot that you see right now was taken 3 weeks ago during the autumn this year. So I was there, and this is basically a mobile shot taken on the phone. And this is just one of the trees that I came across at Takachiho. You can see it's totally red. And this is another shot, and you can see in the background there are actually 3 bridges. So I was setting up a tripod and trying to take the gorge and the water with the bridges behind. And if you can see this, I think this is one of the more classic scene in Takachiho Gorge, right? No, basically the tourists, you can rent a canoe and you can row yourself through the gorge. And at the side, you have this waterfall that's basically maybe possibly 8 stories high and just coming down. And it's just wonderful in terms of the kind of sceneries you can enjoy. Okay, so this is me just having a bit of fun. And these are basically some of the Japanese people who are rowing the canoes. As you can see, it gets a little crowded. And of course, we are all not so expert at rowing, and canoes knock onto each other, but that's really fine because you can see the water is not, it's really not flowing out so fast. It's very calm, it's very gentle, and everybody just have a good time. So this is a very nice shot. You can see in the early morning light, just shining through into the gorge. And you can see how clean and how clear the water is. You can even have fishes just swimming below the boat, the canoe.